Hey there, my fishing friends! Your favorite angler is back, and today we are diving deep into what Monday, October 27th, 2025, holds for us across Canada. Mark my words, friends, this isn't just another autumn day. It's shaping up to be a true, late fall gift for us on the water, with conditions that could lead to some incredible catches. Why is this day going to be so special, you ask? Well, we have a fantastic blend of cooling water temperatures and hungry predators that are sending fish into an absolute feeding frenzy, and I'm here to tell you exactly where to find them and what to use. So settle in, because you are about to get the inside scoop on how to make this day unforgettable. Let's talk tactics for a few of our prime species that are highly active this time of year. First up, our beloved walleye. With water temperatures hitting that sweet spot, generally between 4 and 14 degrees Celsius or 40 to 57 degrees Fahrenheit, walleye are absolutely fired up and actively feeding. Look for them actively feeding in deeper areas, especially around pronounced structures like rocky points that extend into deeper water, submerged humps, or the edges of deep weed lines where baitfish are congregating. My go-to strategy today would be jigging with live bait like minnows or shiners, or soft plastics that mimic baitfish. If you're on larger bodies of water, slow trolling with crankbaits can also be incredibly effective. Remember, they are preparing for winter, so they are packing on the pounds. Next, the aggressive northern pike. These toothy predators are going to be on the hunt. Concentrate your efforts on large, expansive weed flats adjacent to deeper water, sharp breaks, prominent main lake points, and rugged rock shores. These are their prime ambush zones. With the cooling water, they'll often follow schools of bait fish into surprisingly shallower areas, especially during low-light conditions. To bring in a pike, use larger spoons, spinnerbaits, or swim baits. Live bait like large minnows can also be deadly. Don't be afraid to cast into those denser cover areas, as pike are masters of ambush. Work your lure through the area multiple times. Sometimes it takes a few passes to irritate them into striking. For our deep water fighters, the lake trout. Many lake trout will be venturing closer to shorelines and even actively spawning as the water hovers around the mid-13 degrees Celsius or 55 degrees Fahrenheit range. So where to find them? Look for them shallow around rocky points, shores, and underwater humps. They'll be feeding heavily on bait fish, and their spawning activity means they're less shy. For tackle, a heavy spoon vertically jigged near structure can be deadly. Also, large swimbaits or crankbaits trolled along breaking edges where the depth changes abruptly will entice a strike. Keep an eye on your sonar for schools of baitfish, because where there's bait, there's always a laker nearby. Finally, for those seeking a true challenge, the legendary musky. October is prime time, friends, possibly the best month to land a Canadian giant. The cooling water absolutely ignites their predatory instincts. Focus on large, expansive weed flats adjacent to deep water, sharp breaks, and rugged rock shores. They'll follow schools of baitfish into surprisingly shallow areas, especially during low-light conditions. Big baits are essential here. Large inline spinners, oversized crankbaits, or even big jerkbaits worked aggressively are your best bet. Remember the figure 8 at the boat. Many musky strikes happen right at your feet. Now, let's break down the theoretical base that underpins all this fishing wisdom. First, the weather. For October 27, 2025, across much of Canada, we're looking at typical autumn conditions. Daytime temperatures will hover around 10 to 13 degrees Celsius, 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit, dropping to a chilly 2 to 6 degrees Celsius, 36 to 43 degrees Fahrenheit overnight. We can expect generally dry conditions with a minimal chance of showers, especially in specific regions like Montreal and Halifax. Winds will likely be moderate, generally between 10 and 20 kilometers per hour, possibly predominantly from the west, and quite blustery, which is manageable for boat control but something to consider. Atmospheric pressure tends to be dynamic this time of year, with fluctuations that can trigger fish activity, especially around frontal changes. Water temperatures are rapidly plummeting across our lakes and rivers, generally settling into that crucial 4 to 14 degrees Celsius, 40 to 57 degrees Fahrenheit range. Many bodies of water will be undergoing or completing their fall turnover, where the water column mixes, redistributing oxygen and nutrients. This mixing brings oxygen-rich water to the depths, which is beneficial for aquatic life, meaning fish are more evenly distributed throughout the lake. This 4 to 14 degrees Celsius range is a sweet spot for many predatory species as they prepare for winter. As for the moon phase, on October 27, 2025, we have a waxing crescent moon with approximately 30% illumination. While some believe a new moon phase can slow the bite, the transition from new moon to waxing crescent is often associated with increasing fish activity, especially during those low light periods of dawn and dusk, as fish feel more secure to venture out and feed. Overall, the biological activity of fish. Across Canada this time of year is all about preparation for winter. Fish are in full bulking up mode, actively chasing bait fish. Predatory species like walleye, northern pike, smallmouth bass, lake trout, and musky are highly aggressive, trying to pack on calories. Bait fish are schooling up in massive numbers, which means your target species are often not far behind, waiting for the right time to strike. This means they're hungry, aggressive, and can be found in concentrated numbers. Considering all these factors, the cooling water, the actively feeding predators, and the favorable moon phase, my clear assessment for fishing on October 27, 2025 is good to excellent. The cooling temperatures and pre-winter activity will make fish aggressive, especially during those golden hours of dawn and dusk. So, my friends, I wish you all bent rods and screaming reels. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this forecast helpful, subscribe to the channel for more fishing adventures and tips, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. And tell me in the comments below, what are your favorite fall fishing memories, and what species are you hoping to tangle with this autumn? Tight lines, everyone, and ni kvosta, ni cheshwi. May your lines be tangle-free and your catches plentiful.